I hate this time of year. Everywhere you go already I hear pagan Christmas music and Christmas trees, and they're putting out their turkey and ham. YAH'S holy days, they're finished for the year, and so now they roll out their pagan holidays. They kicked it off with Halloween, and now they roll into their feast, Thanksgiving. And people and family members, even those in the truth, will say that it's fine. Thanksgiving isn't worshiping another deity, but is it? So let's take a look at what Thanksgiving is. And should awakened Hebrew Israelites trying to keep Torah, should we participate and eat at their Thanksgiving table? According to Yah in his Torah, eating is not just fellowship, it is covenant. To eat is to bind yourself. To take from a table is to accept its authority. Meals reveal alliance and establish identity. From the Garden of Eden to the Temple of Yah to the manna in the wilderness, food always marks whose word you obey. Exodus 16, verse 4. Then Yah said to Moses, Behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain portion every day, that I may test them, whether they will walk in my Torah or not. Yah's meals, the manna, the Passover, the showbread on his table, all were eaten in Yah's presence as signs of trust and obedience. But the prophets warned that eating without repentance, giving thanks while ignoring injustice, offends him. Isaiah 1, verses 15 through 17. When you spread out your hands, I will hide my eyes from you. Even though you make many prayers, I will not listen. Your hands are full of blood. Wash yourselves. Make yourselves clean. Remove the evil of your deeds from before my eyes. Cease to do evil. Learn to do good. Seek justice. Relieve the oppressed. Numbers 35 through 33. You shall not pollute the land in which you live, for blood pollutes the land, and no atonement can be made for the land for the blood that is shed in it, except by the blood of him who shed it. Yah rejects thanksgiving offered on ground that still cries out with unrepented blood. Gratitude without justice is hypocrisy. We now know that this land called America was stolen through the deaths and displacement of many indigenous peoples, most of which are the true Hebrew Israelite tribes. Their blood has never been acknowledged or healed. Most of the true Hebrews from this land don't even know yet that they are the Hebrews. And many of the true Hebrews are still eating at a pagan idol's table, aligning with his word and drinking his blood and eating his flesh. The prayers at the Thanksgiving table may sound grateful, but they're being offered to a different deity, a different god, a pagan idol god, and on land that still cries out with the blood of the Hebrews. And what is this symbol that's associated with this pagan holiday of Thanksgiving? It's the cornucopia, or horn of plenty, and it comes from ancient Greek and Roman mythology. It is the horn of a goat that fed the god Zeus, later used as a pagan emblem of endless abundance and fortune. And today, it's used as a harvest decoration overflowing with fruits and grains. But its roots belong to another belief system entirely. It is definitely not a symbol of Yah's provision, but a remnant of the nation's idea of self-made prosperity. And Yah warns us about this in Jeremiah 10, verse 2. Do not learn the way of the nations. And Daniel faced a similar test in Babylon, Daniel 1, verse 8. He purposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the portion of the king's food. Daniel refused the royal table because it represented another covenant and another kingdom. And today, Yah is still testing his people on whose table they choose to eat from and whose table they refuse. And we see this test clearly in the New Testament that was added to the Torah. In 1 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 8, where Paul says, "But food does not commend us, make us acceptable to Elohim, for neither if we eat are we the better, nor if we do not eat are we the worse." This is a total contradiction to Torah and whose table we eat from. And Romans 14, verse 20, where Paul says again, "All food indeed is clean, but it is wrong for anyone to make another stumble by what he eats." And this is Paul through the Christian Bible, also contradicting Torah again. Torah draws a sharp line around the table of Yah, but the New Lying Testament and Christianity blur that line. The serpent said, "You will not surely die." And Paul in the Christian Bible says, "Food will not defile you." Both messages remove the boundary Yah himself established. Torah gives the warning. Deuteronomy 12, verse 30 through 31. "Take heed to yourself that you be not ensnared by following the nations. You shall not do so to Yah your Elohim." So the question stands, whose table will we sit at? The table of repentance, justice, and life before Yah? Or the table of the nations that forget the blood beneath their feet and offer thanksgiving to a pagan god? Yah's true thanksgiving is not a holiday. It is the peace offering of a clean heart, obedience, mercy, and gratitude joined together before his face. Psalm 50, verse 14. Offer to Elohim the sacrifice of thanksgiving and pay your vows to the Most High. In Torah, the offering of thanksgiving, Zavak Todah, was part of the peace offering. It was a voluntary act of gratitude when Yah delivered someone from danger or captivity. The worshiper brought the sacrifice, the priest placed the blood on the altar, and the rest was eaten that same day. A shared meal between Yah, priest, and family. That is true thanksgiving. Repentance first, gratitude next, shared meal always. A meal of peace offered before Yah in purity and truth. Leviticus 18, verses 3 through 4. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein you dwelt, you shall not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, where I bring you, you shall not do. Neither shall you walk in their ordinances, aka their holidays. You shall do my judgments and keep my statutes to walk in them. I am Yah, your Elohim.